Hey, the Oscars are here, everybody. Woo!
Yeah, the Oscars are here, guys. I thought I would go through every single Best Picture nominee. So, I don't know. I just thought I'd just go down the list, see what happens. So, yeah. I don't know how this usually goes. Brasil! My number 10 is The Secret Agent.
So, The Secret Agent, there's a weird placement for me. I have quite a biological bias. I am half Brazilian. I went into this movie thinking I was gonna love it, literally just because I share the same blood with the people who made it. With The Secret Agent, it's like a thriller that I'm not really a huge fan of. It's like one of those movies that like you have to really pay attention to, and I don't have a problem with those types of movies. Do not get that twisted. Oh, where are you? Don't get that twisted. It's just a movie that I just found very confusing, and I was trying to pay attention the entire time. Actually, I was paying attention the entire time. I didn't pull out my phone at all. Don't at me with that. It's just like not a movie that I think is very like rewatchable. I don't think it's just not really enjoyable watch for me. I think that's like half the value when it comes to movies is like you should enjoy it. At least 70% of the value, right? And yeah. I think the main problem for me was that it was confusing and it was really slow. Felt like it was meandering at times, saying that word because it makes me sound smart. I also think that it has a hard time of like giving a message. I don't really get what the movie was about. I don't think. I probably sound really stupid talking about this movie. And I want to love it. I mean, look, I'm half Brazilian. I love I loved I'm Still Here from last year. I really like that movie. City of God, obviously. I'm biologically obligated to say I like that movie. Secret Agent was just kind of a letdown for me. Maybe I'll rewatch it again and I won't be in bed next time. And hopefully I just like it the next time. But right now it's at the bottom. It's at the bottom.
I want to suck your blood.
To you guys, this was probably just like 1 second, but it actually took me 3 minutes to try and find my list. I'm not even joking. Number 9 on my list. I'm gonna be crucified. You can probably guess already about how I'm reacting to this. It's Sinners. It's Sinners. I'm really sorry. I mean, look, listen. Let me actually turn my mic down a little bit. It's actually peaking a lot. Look, Sinners was something I was 100%. Where are you? I was 100% excited to go see. I mean, listen. This is actually like my bad a little bit. I will put a lot of the blame, some of the blame, on myself for this. Sinners, I didn't get to see in IMAX. I watched it like I think maybe like a week or two before it was just like out of theaters. I think I was really late to Sinners. I didn't miss the hype train. I was like at the tail end of the hype train for Sinners. Let me just start off by saying things I liked about that movie. I think maybe just to ease you guys in as to why I didn't like it. I mean, no, I did like that movie. Actually, what am I saying? I did like that movie. I liked the movie. I just didn't love it like everybody else. And compared to all the other movies that are on this list. So, Sinners, my favorite part about... Actually, this might not even help my case. My favorite thing about Sinners was Remick. I know, the almost all black cast celebrating black culture and music. My favorite character was the white guy. I will say this. He was my favorite character to come out of any movie this past year. How about that? Well, does that help me out? I would think it does. I think that Remick is a really great character and villain, mostly just because, I mean, one, his reasonings were like not like unfathomable. Like when you listen to him get like, hey, why you should join us, and It has like a really like when I was listening to like, hey man, I mean, sign me up. Maybe I don't need to be a human. I get to live forever and just have like a community. Oh my god, I have a community of just like everyone that's like we all celebrate the same thing. I mean, sure, I'll do it, and like that's really great. And like I was actually really tempted by everything he had to say. It's a really good villain, and he just stole the show every time he was on scene. Plus, like his Irish dancing was helped, and like like this whole thing with Sinners is just it sucks because like I've actually researched a lot about the movie. Funnily enough, I haven't rewatched the movie since I first saw it. But I have like gone into it like, what am I missing? Because I want to be on the same boat as everybody on this movie. I really do. I really want to be on the same boat as everyone on this movie. And like there are things like I didn't like at first I thought it was kind of just like a solid vampire flick, and I realized that no, there's a bunch of layers to this movie. Like there's about cultural appropriation and just like just like maybe like homogenizing everything into one culture makes it kind of like nobody's culture, I get like I say I get it, but I found out that that's what the movie's about, and like it made it more interesting to me, but at the end of the day I just have to go both with how like I remember feeling in that theater watching the movie. And I think like my main point of contention, or my main like disappointment with that movie was that for a movie about music was utilized. It was, but I think that like especially near the spoilers, sorry, I think with the movie about music and I don't know, I just felt like the way they used it in the barnyard scene was like amazing, and I just felt like it should have been used like that more throughout the movie. Like how Remick is eventually like defeated at the end is kind of lame. It's kind of lame. I found it kind of lame to me. I don't know. I thought it was kind of boring, and that like all the vampires just like except for Michael B. Jordan and Haley Steinfeld's, just kind of stand in the sun waiting to be burned alive. I mean, this kind of a nitpick. I don't know. I mean, it was really noticeable. I don't know if that's a nitpick, if it was just that noticeable. I don't know. It's I'll rewatch it. How about I end with that? I'll rewatch it, but for now, it's at number 9. Sorry, is it number 9? Yeah, it's actually number 9. Sorry.
Vroom, vroom.
Number 8 on my list is F1, the movie. Is it? Does anyone actually call it that? Yeah, it's a solid racing movie. Why is this in Best Picture? I mean, it's made by the same guy who made Top Gun Maverick, and that was also in Best Picture. So I guess that kind of makes sense. Does it really? I don't know if it does, actually. I mean, like, Top Gun Maverick was like I remember having a way better time watching that movie, and F1 kind of has like the same kind of like vibe to it, but it's like kind of less. It's like way more generic. It's like really generic, actually. The sound and music were just great. I remember like vibrating in my seat. I think this actually might like really like depressingly be the only Best Picture nominee on this list that I've seen more than once. I just went through the list. This is actually the only movie I've seen more than once. What does that say about me? I don't know. It's solid. I don't know why it's in Best Picture. I don't know why this is in Best Picture over movies like Rental Family or No Other Choice. I don't know what else to say about this movie, dude. It's okay. It's good. It's a good movie. Next.
It's alive!
My computer is going haywire right now. I don't know what is happening. My number 7 is Frankenstein. Yeah, Frankenstein. Frankenstein is a good movie. I feel like that's gonna be like the whole topic of this video. Honestly, I don't know what else to say other than like they're all pretty good movies. So with Frankenstein, why it's number 7 is honestly solely due to the last 20-30 minutes of that movie. Everything about that movie was going at such a good pace, in my opinion. I thought that the way the story was being told was everything I needed to know. I thought everything that was being given to me I thought was important. I thought it was necessary. I thought made sense as to why I'm looking at this, why I'm receiving this information. And I'm saying this because I see a lot of people saying that the first half of this movie is a drag. And I couldn't agree less. Honestly. I mean, really? I mean, I thought a movie about a movie called Frankenstein, and usually a story where most people think that Frankenstein is the monster. It's split into two halves. I think that having one half focus on Victor and one half on the creature is I don't know, like, not just a good idea, but like I just thought it would be like a given, you know? Are people's problems with Victor's half just that it's just not as interesting? Why? I thought it was pretty interesting. I mean, I don't think I've gone this much depth into Victor Frankenstein. I mean, of the Frankenstein movies I've seen. The creature's second half I think is really good. Until the very end. Well, not that the very end is bad. It's just it's very rushed. It's very, very, very rushed. I mean, I accidentally looked at the timeline when I was watching this, and I looked at the timeline, and it says 20 minutes. I'm like, what? There seems to be so much more that needs to happen, right? And then it ends, and I'm like, okay, well, I look at how long the whole movie is, and it's almost 3 hours. I'm like, okay, yeah, I guess maybe that's why they cut it down. But I mean, like, we've had movies over 3 hours before, guys. I mean, like, what? But that's just solely the reason why I have it this low. I think it's pretty great up until those moments. How you end a movie is really important, and if it doesn't stick the landing, it doesn't really matter how good the rest of the movie is. That's gonna affect it drastically, and unfortunately it's a number 7 on my ranking for that reason. Daddy issues. Number 6 is sentimental value. So this was the last Best Picture nominee I saw, and I thought it was pretty good. Like, this is an overall pretty good versus like Frankenstein's almost great. I think as an overall, I think this is the best cast of any of the Best Picture nominees, because every single like major character in this movie, like, it's played by an actor or actress that is giving their 100,000%. When it comes to the story, I mean, I thought it was good, but it just seemed to like become unfocused, especially when it came to like when they would give like flashbacks about the house. Like, I get that the house was like a character in and of itself in that movie, but like the way it intertwined with the rest of the story, it felt awkward every time they cut to something like that, like giving like a whole like history of like Gustav's family that lived in that house, and I'm like, this seems like really awkward. And it just seemed with like the script that Gustav writes, like, we never get to read it, and I don't have too much of a problem with that. But at the same time, I kind of do. The whole movie, Renata Reinsve's character is like, I don't want to work with Dad. No way. I'm not working with this dude, like, ever. And her sister, oh my god, sorry. And her sister is also like, don't use my son in your movie. And then they both read the script and are like, use my son, I'll be in your movie. I'm kind of at a loss with how I'm supposed to take this, because like I'm kind of glad I didn't see it, but on the other hand, I'm kind of mad that I didn't see it. Overall, I think the most I have to say about this movie is that it had really good performances.
Some beings came from the sky.
Number 5 is Begonia. So, Begonia is a movie that I was weirded out by. I just remember thinking when I was watching Begonia, this is a good upgrade. This is like an upgrade from Kinds of Kindness, because that was a letdown from Poor Things. I think that the whole story, about like just like kind of like losing your mind to like a conspiracy, knowing you're 100% right, and no one believing you, and including me. I did not believe Jesse Plemons like at all throughout that movie. I mean, actually, maybe the movie didn't have the effect I wanted on me. I actually was really astonished or taken aback by Yorgos' production design of a sci-fi spaceship. That was amazing, and it makes me want to see a Yorgos sci-fi film exactly like that. I want to see like if it's anything like how Poor Things looked. Oh my god, that would be like one of the best sci-fi movies. But I mean, other than that, I thought I enjoyed it. Didn't take too much out of it, and when I saw it was nominated for Best Picture, I was like, whoa, okay, solid movie. Not solid in the sense as F1 as to like. That's why I'm questioning why is this here. It's way more creative than that.
Do you bite your thumb at me, sir?
I do bite my thumb.
Do you bite your thumb at me, sir?
My number 4 is Hamnet. Hamnet was a movie I don't know why I saw. Honestly, I don't know why I saw it. I think I was at my local Regal, and I saw a poster for it. I think I actually planned to see a completely different movie. I think that's what happened, and I just saw the poster and I was like, oh yeah, that movie looks familiar from all the trailers I've been looking. Let me just watch it, and I went in. Started off kind of slow, but I liked how everything looked. I was like, this is a really beautiful movie. I like the music a lot. And I'm watching this more, and like when it gets to, like the kids and everything, I'm like, dude, these kids are really good actors. Like, yeah, like kid actors that are doing a really good job. Like not even doing a good job, like they're doing a really good job. Great. And I didn't know what her name was at the time, but Jessie Buckley, I was like, even before like the big scene that like she's 100%, that's like gonna be her Oscar clip when they show her a clip for Best Actress. Even before, I was like, man, these are like really good actors. And I already knew Paul Mescal from Gladiator 2, not from Normal People, not from After Sun. My first exposure to him was Gladiator 2, and hey, can you blame me? Like that was 100% the biggest thing he was in. What I liked about it a lot, honestly, was that it made parenting feel both magical and agonizing. And I think I wrote in my Letterboxd review, it was like one sentence long. It was like, ironically, I've never wanted to be a parent more after watching this movie. I think most people would watch that and be like, screw being a parent after saying that. I just think it was very, very, very well done. Very, very well paced, very well acted. And that last scene, which I think is like the scene that maybe won almost everyone over with that movie, is great. And I don't care that it was the song that was used at the end was something that wasn't original. And I think that's like everyone's like main critique for that movie. And I mean, like, I don't care. I know I've probably heard that song before because of everyone's recognized it, but I don't remember her listening to it before. It was as if just listening to something new for the first time with that movie. It was as if just like listening to something new for the first time with that movie. I might as well have been part of the original score. It had an effect on me. I really like this movie. That's why it's at number 4.
Here's one for the revolution.
One battle after another. I mean, look, I think most people has this as like either this or Sinners, which again I am sorry, as their number 1, and I get it. It's actually like a really good movie, unlike Sinners. I'm sorry, I'm kidding. I'm gonna stop. One battle after another, I think is actually the one I have the least to say about. I'm gonna be so honest. It's really good. Like that chase scene at the end is amazing. The acting by Leo and Sean Penn and Benicio, and Chase Infinity too, really great. The Christmas I think is that what they're called, the Christmas Adventurers Club. I thought that was kind of funny and weird, but I thought it fit in with like the rest of the world that was set up for us. I think it was a really good movie. I just straight up don't have much to say about it. Yeah. I am so sorry. I don't have much to say about this movie. It was really good. It's my number 3. I enjoyed it the third most of all these movies. So my number 2 is Marty Supreme. Marty Supreme was, I think, the last movie, like one of the Best Picture nominees. It was the last movie I saw. Actually, of any movie, not just the Best Picture nominees. It was the last movie I saw in 2025 in the theater. And it was a really great way to send off that year for movie going for me. I didn't know what to expect from that movie, like, at all. Like, the only thing I knew about that movie was that Timothée Chalamet went on top of the Las Vegas Dome. I know Timothy's getting a lot of slack lately for how he promoted it. I don't know how he promoted it other than, like, what, like that and, like, Schwepp or something. Remember he, like, said, like, Schwepp. I don't know why he's being hated. I know he says he wants to be one of the greats, but, like, is that bad? I don't know. What I do know is how I felt about that movie. The reason why it's at my number 2. One, I think this is actually probably my number 1 reason. Timothée Chalamet is the best male performance of 2025. I actually think I'm like genuinely saying that I think everyone who doesn't think he's the best male performance of 2025 is insane. Like, if you genuinely think that Michael B. Jordan is a better actor did a better performance in Sinners than Timothée Chalamet did in Marty Supreme, you have to be on something. Like, I could see an argument for Ethan Hawke in Blue Moon, or that's it, actually. Marty Supreme, why I like it so much is that, well, one, Marty himself, like, outside of just Timothée Chalamet's performance, although it greatly helps, I think Marty is, like, a really layered character. Like, yeah, he's a real piece of work, that guy. I also think that he has a heart. Like, when you watch the movie, you wouldn't think so, but he has scenes where he's like he'll offer to help out somebody in need, just like, as long as he knows that, like, it won't affect him, like with his goals, you know. But, like, he's really blunt and straight up to the people that he cares about most, but he still wants the best for them, like for his mom and for Odessa Zion's character. Like, dude, he's an interesting guy. Also, like, the way the movie builds tension, again, it's a Safdie movie, so you kind of have to expect you're going to feel some major levels of anxiety watching those movies. I couldn't imagine, like, marathoning Good Time, Uncut Gems, and Marty Supreme back to back to back. I don't know if the Smashing Machines like this, probably is, but if you, including that one in there too, bro, I think someone will have a heart attack. I think the only, like, big critique I have to give Marty Supreme are the side quests, and I think it's because they're side quests. They feel like side quests when you're watching the movie. Like, they don't. I feel like if you were to cut those scenes out, nothing much would change. Like, I'm talking about the dog stuff. Like, in the writing, it's like, yeah, Marty has to do this. But did he? I mean, like, when when it's actually happening, I'm like, dude. I mean, I think we've shifted away from the focus of the movie. You know, I mean, but, like, the rest of the movie just kind of makes up for it. You know, creative casting, really creative casting. That's another thing why I like this movie. Like, yeah, we got Gwyneth Paltrow back. I don't think she's been in the movie in a while. Like, I just kind of realized, I was like, oh yeah, she hasn't been in a movie in like a bit, and she's screwing Timothée Chalamet. And then we got Tyler, the Creator, who I think he's been in movies before, but, like, he's pretty natural. And we got, of course, like, the main, like, surprise casting is Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank, Mr. Wonderful. And I think this movie came out at, like, a really, like, specific time in my life, and I was just, like, getting really back into Shark Tank for some reason. I don't know why. I was just watching, like, a bunch of Shark Tank clips, and then, like, I go see this movie, and it's like, dude, what? Why is Kevin O'Leary here? And why is he kind of good? And it's like, oh yeah, he's basically just playing himself. Which, okay, fine, whatever. But the fact that like, they even thought of him for this character is, I don't know. I thought it was really creative casting. That's my choice. I was planning on making, like, a who I think should win each category at the Oscars. I think I just spoiled my choice for best casting. I think it's Marty Supreme. So yeah, that's Yeah, that's the Marty Supreme. That's why it's my number 2. I really like that movie. Really good. It was actually my number 1 until actually the very same night I got back from seeing Marty Supreme. I put my number 1 choice on, which is my number 1 is Train Dreams. And I don't think I've seen a single person rank Train Dreams as their number 1. And that really saddens me. Although I do kind of get it. It's not very interesting plot. Like, literally when I explain this movie to people to go see it, I'm like, it's about a guy cutting, who's a logger in, like, the 1900s. And it's just him, like, just showing him living his life. And when I explain that to people, they get turned off. Some of them still watch it, and they thought, oh, it was pretty good. No one got the vision. I actually genuinely think I'm like this movie's number 1 fan. It is my favorite, not just my favorite Best Picture nominee. It's my favorite movie of 2025. For one, let's start with the technical aspects. I think it's a gorgeous movie. It looks amazing. I was like enamored on like the TV in my house, which is pretty small. Is saying a lot that I was entranced into every image. I think that the reason why I really liked this movie, most of all, would be just how much it shows how just life flies by. Or I should say how much the world just goes by around you if you're not paying attention. The world will just keep going. You can live your life however you want. The world will just keep going without you. And that's just something that you can just accept, you know. This is slowly starting to get like very melancholy, but I mean that's literally what the movie is. And I don't know, I just was so enamored and like and by it, and like I just like epics in general. I mean maybe you wouldn't call this an epic, but it is someone's entire life that's being shown to you. I don't know, it just made me think about how like life, just make sure you make the most of it. It's such a cliche line, but that's how the movie made me feel, and I just was so moved. This movie moved me the most, and I think that's like the best accomplishment a movie can do, right? So I mean that's why it's my number 1. So yeah, that's my Best Picture nominees ranked of the 98th Academy Awards. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. And I will see you guys later. So I just had to do it one more time.